All right, Shalom. Shalom, all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kodash Rakah, double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS, and peace and blessings to the elect. Another edition of the Mark of the Beast. Another article I want to bring out from newelectronics.co.uk, and it's dated February 8th, 2018. And its headline, "Are we destined to become part robot?" Now, you're having a lot of these articles come out more now in the mainstream dealing with this transhumanism, part robot, cyborg, biohacking technology, because that's basically the new shift that the world is moving into. The world is shifting into something called the Internet of Things, to where you're going to have a lot more people connected to the internet in various ways, and this is dealing with the mark of the beast, because that also includes the RFID microchip. All right, so I'm gonna read this article. It's real quick, and I'm gonna just expound on it as the Spirit allows me to. So it says, "I remember thinking some time ago, there is an app for everything. And now it seems there is also a wearable for everything. And it's not just wearables. Everything is becoming smarter and more convenient." And that's the vibration they want to push out there. Everything is more convenient, more fast, more quick. You can do this without having to do that. And that's what these people are taking to. It's all kind of Amazon Echoes and series and all these commercials been all over TV all week since that Super Bowl, and it's becoming more and more frequent that this is what they're trying to do, because the more they show the people, the more they're attracted to it, the more they're going to go out and buy these things, okay? So it says keys, headphones, music, sex toys, and what's more exciting or scarier, depending on how you view it, is that these devices are starting to communicate with one another. I mean, there's actually a sex dog on the market that can control Amazon's Alexa. You see, they want to make everything a technological advancement, and have it to where everybody's connected, and really everybody's can be watched on the surveillance. It's all a part of the New World Order plan. So it says companies are going in one of two ways: either competition, working alongside one another. It's like co-opetition, working alongside one another to create apps that can integrate with the competitors, or developing an entirely independent smart system. It begs the question, will our homes and workplace soon rely on the technology produced by a sole company? Right, like for Apple, for example, you got a iTV, iWatch, iPhone, this, that, That's extremely cool, but also frightening. Imagine the amount of information about us these devices might be able to capture. Imagine the reliance we'll have on them. It's already weighty, but it's only going to become heavier. All right. So it says, so what next then? What about implantables? Chips inserted under the skin that act as ID, play music, store bank and health details, send reminders, and receive messages. A device that has the ability to read your emotions. One that knows what music you feel like listening to. One that can diagnose health risks and even anticipate heart attacks. Perhaps your keyless entry will know if you're over the limit and won't start the car. Maybe it knows when to notify authorities by a raised heartbeat. What about sending text messages by just thinking them? That goes into the brain chip. See, we're living in the time of the mark of the beast, and all these technologies are all going to be integrated one with another. This is the part of the so-called white man claiming that he's the Most High, claiming he's God. We're living in these times now, So for all these groups like IUIC and IGBK saying that these things is far-fetched, or there's no RFID chip, and it's just for GPS, or it's June, there's no microchip. Look, man, the prophecies of the Lord are coming to pass, and the prophets of Great Millstone, have been telling you these things, that they're going to take place, and they are, man. People are talking about them now. It says, and I'm going to continue reading. It says, the advances that will follow will be numerous. Better hands-free driving, quicker communicating, improved safety. It all sounds highly convenient and just the sort of thing we like, but it does bring up some interesting questions regarding security. Although most companies go to great lengths to ensure private data is protected, nothing is untouchable. The recent news on Strava is an interesting example, which is an app. Right, it says the GPS tracker that enables runners to track their routes and speed created an online map which detailed the running routes of its users. Unbeknownst to soldiers using this application, by recording their routes, Strava was revealing the location of the military bases and potentially leaving them open to attack. You know? So it says ensuring data slips like this don't happen is crucial, not just for an individual's right to privacy, but also for the sake of international security and public safety. But if everything becomes connected and everything becomes digitalized, how safe can we really ever be? One day, perhaps we'll not be paying for our coffees using a ring on our finger, but instead using a device, using instead a device implanted within it. So they're telling you that's the next move. Forget the wearables, forget the rings, you know, these smart rings and these smart devices. They want to put this chip inside you. That's the mark. It says, let's not forget why Professor Kevin Warwick is known as Captain Cyborg. The 1990s, right? This goes back almost 20 years ago. Saw him implant an RFID transmitter under his own skin. All right. If he did this 19 years ago, and about 15 years ago, he managed to successfully connect his own nervous system to the internet. So it would be naive to think this kind of implantable technology is not possible. Well, hey, that goes to show you the mind state of ISUBK and IUIC and these other groups that dismiss the mark of the beast being the chip, man. It says if we're all going to end up part cyborg, then let's make damn well sure that no one has the ability to hack into our bodies. Hey, you know what? This is the way of the world now. You know, everything is moving towards this chip. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the scripture, Revelation 13 and 16 as always. All right. It says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. All right. And that word for mark there, all right, when you look it up, is a stamp, imprinted, theme, card, sculpture, graven work. All right. So that's something that's supposed to be engraven. Right. It says a scratch or etching down in the stronger definition. You know, because you have to etch something with the needle to put it within your hand, you know, to engrave it. So that's how this mark is. It's like this chip. It's going to be inserted under the skin. All right. So it says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right. That's why it talked about being able to think up a text message or think what you want, because it's going to be a mark within your head, man. It's going to be a mark in your hand so you can wave your hand and pay for things and buy things. All right, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And I was thinking about it yesterday. Buying and selling is not necessarily just bank information. Buying and selling, it leads to a lot more things. You won't be able to do nothing in this society. You won't be able to be a business owner unless you use the chip in the future. You won't be able to purchase anything or buy a house or you know, buy insurance or anything like that if you don't have the chip, because you're going to have to be a part of this system. Okay. It says, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, which is the so-called white man. His system. That's what the number is. And this number is 603 which is embedded within the barcodes of these different you know, products, man, you know, the UPC codes, which all these different chips are going to have a unique identifying number, and the 666 is going to be a part of it. It's all a part of this internet system, man. You know, that's why you have to be on the watch and be on your P's and Q's about what's going on in society. That's why they got this big craze with, you know, these cryptocurrencies. All that's going to culminate into the chip being mandatory, you know, and it's soon to come. But with that, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh Basham Yahushai, or Basham Kodash Rakah, devil understand the apostles and the elders of GMS. Until the next time, Shalom.